G'day, it's Jason from Coastal Asbestos. I thought I would answer the burning question that we hear all the time from DIY enthusiasts, and that is, how can we do it ourselves? Well, I'm here to tell you, number one, you shouldn't. Just don't. But if you have to know, I'll go through the procedures. Number one, go and get trained. Go and do a course. Go and do your B-class asbestos removal course if you want. But that's the minimum standard you should be doing if you want to do it yourself. Next thing is you're going to need a hazard rated asbestos approved vacuum cleaner. Now this thing's got a sticker on it with a red H. And that's the only type of vacuum that you can use. They range from they're about $1,500 to buy brand new. Now I don't care if the guy in the vacuum shop tells you this will be good, this will keep you safe. All your, the best vacuum cleaners from Bunnings and tool places and that just won't cut it unless it has that H rating on it. You cannot use it for asbestos. It doesn't matter what anybody else tells you, that's the law. Next thing you're going to need is some masks. You're going to have to get a really good mask. Paper masks are no good because as soon as you start sweating, they start falling apart. You're going to need a really good half face or full face mask. They're ranging at least start at $150, right up to $2,500 for a supplied air mask. Then you're going to have to go and get that mask face fitted to your face. So you'll have to go to some place that will supply that service for you. That's probably about another $100. And then you're going to have to try and get all the hand tools, hammers, chisels, brushes, water sprays, get some encapsulant so you can water it down for the mix. Then you're going to have to get some 200 UM plastic, big rolls of that, about 120. Then you're going to need all sorts of tapes and all these other tools. Now, without working it out, you're way past $2,000, easily. Plus the fact that now you're going to find out how uncomfortable and horrible it is to wear a suit and a mask for a whole day. Maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. I don't know. We talked to a lot of people and, COVID-19's just hit Australia. Well, it's been here all year, and I watch the news a lot and I see everybody's outraged because they have to wear these little masks that will not protect you from asbestos. So think about these masks that people are going, I don't want to have to wear a mask, and then max that by 10. And that's what you're going to deal with doing asbestos. So then you're going to have to set up some sort of decontamination station. You're going to have to learn how to do that. Because what's critical, what people sort of don't get or don't take seriously, I would say, is the business of asbestos removal is really the business of keeping people safe. And by that, I mean the training that we have and the years of experience and the thousands of dollars of equipment that we use is there to keep people safe. It's to stop the spread of fibres through the whole family home. Now, we've seen what happens when things go horribly wrong. It's not uncommon for us to get called to a house where the husband's had a crack, or his mate, they're my favourites. Their mate's gone, yeah, let's have a crack, we'll do it, how hard can it be? And they've ended up contaminating the whole house. At least 2 or 3 times a year, we are disposing of every single thing in people's family homes. I'm talking clothes, couches, TVs, curtains, carpet, did I say carpet? Then the whole place, anything that is not a soft, like fabric or something like that, the whole place needs to be wet wiped and decontaminated. Now, that starts at about $30,000. So when you get a price from us for any sort of job, weigh up the costs, the financial costs of getting it wrong, number one. Weigh up the financial costs of buying all the equipment, taking time off your job, and then taking time out of your life to physically do the job. Now, I don't understand why anybody would attempt their own asbestos removal. I just don't get it. There are Asbestos removal companies are readily available. They're easy to find. You know, the people that are in this industry are in this industry because they want to be in this industry. You know, these people, the 18 that work for us, they turn up every day happy and glad to be here. This is their chosen profession. They have actually sat down and said, this is what I want to do for a job. This is my way of contributing to society. This is my way of supporting my family. And I'm happy to do it. And they're well aware of the dangers. I can tell you this much. When you get halfway through your reno and you go, Jesus, this is too hard, none of that contamination that you've caused to your house is the biggest problem. The contamination and the exposure that you've created to your own family is the big problem. I can't fix that. I can't clean that. I can't do anything about that. What you've done is you've risked your life and the people that you live in your house. And if you think you've got away with it and then you invite tradesmen into your house to continue on the reno, you're putting them at risk and their families at risk. Health and safety is as much a moral requirement as it is a legislative requirement. If you're not prepared to do the right thing, well, nobody is looking, and my whole business is based on that. If you don't have that level of integrity, you have no business touching even one piece of asbestos. So think about it. Do you want to be able to stand there and say to your family, I've organised the asbestos guys, everyone's going to have a great day, we're going to go out, movie world, whatever, or we're all going to be at work and we're going to come home and it's all done and everybody's safe? Or do you want to be the guy down the track that sits there with your family and say, I'm really sorry that you're all sick, but we saved a couple of $100 when we had that bathroom done. And at the time I thought it was worth it. But now there's nothing I can do. And that's a reality. I know that's a bit harsh, but have you got it in you to be that guy that is prepared to stand there in front of your family and the families of the other tradesmen that you're inviting to your home because you haven't taken enough care and you've tried to put money over people's safety? Will you accept that responsibility? Why would you? Why would you want to be that guy? Why would you want to put yourself in that situation? So have a think about it. As far as I'm concerned, for the average homeowner, asbestos removal is cheap, it's quick, and it could be the best part of your reno. Instead of looking at it going, oh, it's going to cost money. If you're embarking on a renovation of a house and you don't have the money to do the very first thing, which is the asbestos removal, quite often, do you really think that you should be doing that reno? Do you really think that that reno is going to be the most amazing thing and you're going to live the rest of your life and go, I'm so glad we did that. This renovation has contributed so much to our lives. Or are you going to risk it all because you don't believe in the risks of asbestos to your family? So have a bit of a think about that. We're always happy to come and test. We clean up these disasters all the time, but we can't do anything about your health. We can't do anything about your family's health. We can't do anything about the tradesmen that you invite into your home to finish off work. We can't do anything about their health. So remember, health and safety is a moral obligation, not just a legislative one. So that's enough for me for one day from Jason from Coastal Asbestos. I'll see you guys soon.